Hello and welcome. I'm Osas-Daniel. Here we are back on our series, the 16 choices that make people fail in life and in business. And today I am looking at the 15th choice that people make. Yeah, we've gone through from the number 1 to the 14th, and now I am just one to the end. And the topic of that choice that makes a lot of people fail both in life and in business is looking for quick ways to make money. Now, in my little years of studying the poor and the rich, these are actually some of the things I found out. I found out basically about 4 things about the poor. One, I've discovered that about over 90% of people that go into Ponzi schemes are poor people. Two, over 90% of people that go into gambling and lotteries are also poor people. And three, I've also discovered that majority of the poor get involved in schemes that have a very high rate of interest. You know, those kind of investments that they ask you to bring your money, and in 3 days they will give you 50% or even 100% of what you have invested. Poor people get involved in those things. And then the fourth thing that I found about poor people is that poor people pray for miracles to happen for them to become rich rather than looking for the process, the ways by which you can make money. Now, these things that I found that it's a fact that has shown us that the mindset of poor people is actually what makes them poor. Looking for quick way to make money is what has gotten a lot of people into shit. A lot of people have gotten into deep debt. And I have discovered that if you have this kind of mindset, you will always fall victims, because it seems as though you think that getting rich or making money does not require any process. It's just something that happens overnight. You see, sometimes last year I was discussing with one of my mentors who is a forex trader, and while he was sharing his experiences with me, and I was fascinated, I was carried away, and at some point I was overwhelmed to the fact that he makes over $15,000 in a week or in about 2 weeks. And I was like, wow, you made. And then he was quick to remind me that the amount that he's making now is as a result of the effort he has been putting into forex trading for a period of about 14 years. And I said, wow, 14 years. Now you see that people who have eventually become wealthy, people who have become very comfortable financially, are people who have gone through the process. They have gone through the rudiments, the pain that is required for you to master the act of money. You see, I have discovered that poor people will not look at their capital, but they are looking at the profits that is going to come, and that is why they fall into traps of such investments that calls for them to bring their money. And did you know that some poor people go as far as borrowing money to invest in such things, hoping that when the interest comes, they will pay back their debt? And they say, oh, they are going to give me 30%, they are going to give me 50% of my investment. Come on. Years past, I was a victim of such things, and haven't gotten the understanding that I have now. I have made a vow that even if it is my sibling who is involved in such scheme, I just discovered that any investment portfolio that doesn't require you to do anything, they just ask you, bring your money, and then we will give you 20%. Even if they are giving you 10% in a month, it's not sustainable. It's not. And I have discovered that for the rich, They know that the interest that comes from their investment is not actually their money until it gets to their hand. So they are very meticulous about the kind of investment they put in there, because it is a capital that is actually their money. And because they take their time to find out details to ensure that their capital is safe. And you know that money has a spirit. And when money gets to understand that this person is being cautious, he doesn't want to let me go, he doesn't want to put me into the hands of people that will not make me return back, that money will eventually stick to that person. And that is how the rich get richer and the poor, because you are careless. The little money that comes to your hand, you just dump it into an investment where your capital is not safe. And that is how a lot of people have become poorer than they ever thought they will be. And for me, I want to advise you that if you want to make progress this year, you must learn that getting rich is not something that happens overnight. If you get rich overnight without having put into it several years of learning, several years of grooming, several years of getting to understand the rudiments, the spirit behind money and how money works and how people relate with money, what it means for you to buy and sell, and how people behave when it comes to money. If you've not learned that and you just woke up overnight and you said you want to get rich immediately, I'm sorry to you will end up in deep debt, and you will end up poorer than you have ever been. And if you have that mindset, what you can do for yourself, because your subconscious mind is responsible for the decisions that you make, if you do not change that mindset that you can get rich overnight, it will rob you of the possibility of becoming very wealthy. So the first step to changing that mindset and not making that choice is for you to begin to get informed and then learn, unlearn and relearn that for you to make money, there is a process, there is a time lag. You cannot plant a seed today and expect to harvest it today. That is just how it works. It's a law that God has set to control the universe and how man behave. So money is not an exception, and that is what I just want to tell you. Yes, that's it for me to you. If this video has communicated value to you, because I truly value the time you spend to watch my videos, if it has, I want to plead with you to click the like button so that other people who are looking for similar videos on YouTube will be able to get access to it. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do, and turn on the notification bell so you will always get my videos anytime it's uploaded. Thank you for joining me, and have a pleasant time.